building online only is dangerous, okay? Again, I'm old enough that when I started in this industry in 2013, I partnered with a company that said they were an internet marketing company, but everything was about in the homes, and they really didn't, get into the true digital affiliate online internet marketing piece, other than they wanted you on there screaming that company's name and products by name, which Tamira don't do, okay? Tamira is the brand, I am the content, I am the algorithm, right? And so I really don't believe in algorithms, but unfortunately they do exist and they do have some control over your life, right? You can beat the algorithm by authentically being yourself, as Shannon has eloquently displayed and discussed today. However, there are times when even in doing that, the algorithm is just going to do what the algorithm does, right? And so relying solely online is a massive vulnerability. I just was reading about last night a major change to Gmail and some of its rules and how it's going to impact deliverability, right? And one of the things that I learned back when I was partnered with that company that was primarily offline with a hint of online was that whatever you can do offline, you can do online. Whatever you can do online, you can do offline. And when it comes to the question, because I know you're thinking, well, should I be online or should I be moving to offline? My question was never strictly offline. It was never strictly online. It was always some combination of the two. So in the beginning, I was doing those home events, but you know what? I was promoting the heck out of them on social media. And how I was promoting them was my excitement, my enthusiasm, showing the behind the scenes, the setup, showing the before, and showing the social proof after, all the way to when someone got their order, them, without me and prompting them at all, taking photos and tagging me and talking about how excited they were and showing the product, not only as an unboxing and flat lay, but also on their face and on their body. And so whatever you can do offline, you can do online, right? And so that company was very big on hotel meetings. So again, I would not only take pictures and talk about going to the meeting and take pictures while I was there, but I wasn't making it about the people at the front of the room because my audience had no idea who they were and they didn't care. It was more so about what I was learning from them and how I was growing and how I loved being in that energy and making it a place that people wanted to come and join me. And then one day I got the brilliant idea after I learned that I could go live on Google Hangout. And what I discovered was that there was a PowerPoint presentation of the exact presentation that was shown every Tuesday night. And I took that presentation and got two friends, and we would present that every Thursday for weeks, even when no one else was watching. But what we did was we nailed down the exact same way that presentation was presented and the whole entire flow of that meeting as if it were a sales funnel. And we created that online. And then eventually I became the top recruiter in our area. I'm going to give you an example of why building solely on social is dangerous. Boho Bags is an online boutique on Instagram. I believe they had over 300,000 followers. This summer, I randomly started seeing in different leaders and influencers stories on Instagram, Boho Bags and the owner begging and pleading for people to share, get the word out to alert Instagram because they shut her account down because what she does is she rehabs vintage bags. And someone reported her, probably a competitor, for being counterfeit, for selling counterfeit products, which is a violation of Instagram's terms of service. And one thing she said caught my attention to the point that I created a reel and green screened or remixed or whatever they call it, her into it, saying that over 80% of her business came from Instagram. And that is like putting all of your eggs in one basket at that point. The problem with that is once they shut her down, she now had to look at laying off 60 people. And we've seen this in our industry when companies and leaders focus only on one product and not pairing that product with 2 or 3 complementary products. We've seen that when they go all in on one platform, but don't make sure that they have a presence on other platforms as well, or just really being an online business, but then their people don't know how to translate that into the home. So is Tamira saying, speaking of yourself in the third person is such a flex, right? Is Tamira saying, well, now we need to go back to home parties? I don't think so. I think it's more about intimate gatherings, and I'm going to give you an example. I met some girls when I moved to my neighborhood a year ago, and we've become really good friends. Last spring, I went to one of the girls' houses. The other girl couldn't make it, and we watched the Real Housewives of whatever city what happened to be premiering, and she laid out a nice charcuterie spread. So then when it was my turn to have the girls over, I prepared goodie bags for them with products that were wrapped for individual use and sale. And guess what she did? When she got home, she couldn't wait to tear into her goodie bag. And without me prompting her, I never once asked her to do this, she made a post on social media now exposing me and my products to her friends and her network. So it's about being creative like that. I love gifting and tipping with my product. It's about that one-to-one connection, because remember, that is your superpower.